Welcome back, dear viewers. You are still watching Cairo Local Time, and in this segment of our program, we will talk about religious tourism as Pope Tawadros II, the head of Egypt's Coptic Orthodox Church, led a mass marking the anniversary of the entry of the Holy Family to Egypt on Tuesday, with limited attendance due to restrictions over coronavirus. To know more about these celebrations and the trip of the Holy Family to Egypt, we are joined today by Mr. Bassem Zaki. He is a tourism expert. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
So, as I've just mentioned, that we are celebrating these days the entrance of the Holy Family to Egypt. So, tell us more about the important stops and the importance of this journey.
Actually, on the 31st of May, we celebrated the Holy Trip Family to Egypt. It was a great bless to Egypt, which happened more than 2,000 years ago.
Yes.
To give a small hint about the story, Herod, the king of Judea, which is Palestine now, he heard that a new king was born, so he felt threatened that his throne might be taken away from him.
Yes.
So he gave an order to execute all the recently born children of 2 years old and below. So an angel was sent to Joseph the carpenter, the man of Saint Mary, and he told him that he should take Saint Mary and Jesus Christ and run away, or else the child might be executed. So the nearest point from Palestine and the safest point was Egypt. So they took off from Beit Lahm to Gaza, and from there they entered Egypt to Rafah, Arish, and they went from North Sinai. They went to Mustarad and Bilbais, and they continued in Delta, and they went all the way from there to Wadi Natrun, and that was a bit west of Egypt. Then they continued and they went to basically near Old Cairo, the area where Matariya,
Sergio Church,
Matariya, Ain Shams, Zuela, which is in Old Cairo.
And in every point they stayed for a while.
There were some points, so let's just mention the stops first. Zuela, in Old Cairo, Abu Sirga. Then they continued to Maadi, and from Maadi they crossed the Nile, and they continued towards Upper Egypt. So they went to Qusqam and Dronka, and they ended up in Dronka, in Asyut. There were 25 stops, and the whole trip was 3,500 kilometers, two-way trip. I mean, from Palestine to Egypt and back.
3,000 kilometers.
3,500 kilometers. And this trip was realized on a donkey. By one donkey.
I think it took 4 years.
It took from basically all the historians did not mention a specific period, but basically it was between 3 and 4 years. The majority believe they were 3 years and a half. The majority, but we say between 3 and 4 years. So most of the stops were just they passed through, but they did not live, or they did not spend a lot of time in
except the cave.
The main stops where they spent periods. The main stop, or the most important stop, was in Qusqam mountain. This is in Asyut, where we have now the monastery of Al-Maharra. It's in Asyut. They spent there 6 months and 10 days. That was the longest period
not the cave.
ever. No, that was not in a cave.
Yes.
They even, and due to this, they call it the second Beit Lahm. The place where Jesus Christ was born. He was born in was born in Beit Lahm, in Judea, which is Palestine now, near Jerusalem. They call Deir al-Maharra, what we have in Egypt and Asyut, the second Beit Lahm. Because they spent there 190 days, which is the longest period ever they spent in Egypt. The second, the longest period, was in a cave
Yes.
below Abu Serga Church in Old Cairo.
This is
That
what I
was
was
the
telling
second
you.
longest period.
Yes.
But most of the time they were traveling, and you can imagine it was a very hard trip.
Yes.
Very hard.
So, sir, now we can see that the government is interested in developing these places and making them ready to receive visitors. Tell us more about this project and how it is developing.
This is true. The Egypt realized the importance of the Holy Family trip since years. And to be honest, the importance was clear to the country since the days of the late Minister of Tourism, Mamdouh al-Biltagi. That was long time ago.
Okay.
He
It's
started.
not a new project.
No.
Okay.
But each and every one is building up on the previous. But the major steps were recently taken.
Okay.
I mean, they had, Mamdouh al-Biltagi had a vision. And he tried, and he did a lot of things. That was continued by Mr. Yahya Rashid.
Okay.
In 2017, when the Pope of the Vatican,
Yes, included.
when he included
the
the
route.
trip of the Holy Family in the pilgrimage list of the Catholic Church, that was a very big step ahead, for sure. What His Excellency, Dr. Hanan, is doing now is, you can say that it is the gem on the crown. The extreme effort is being exerted for the time being, because it is no longer a dream, it is no longer a vision. They are taking serious steps, and he is supervising many works to be done. Works have been done already, works are being done now, and more work will be done in the coming years. So they have a serious plan. In 2016, which proves my words that this is not new.
Yes.
In 2016, a great work of renovation was done in Abu Serga Church.
Okay.
Before 2016, the Abu Serga was in a very bad
It
condition.
was neglected, yes.
Rusty and rotten pieces of wood,
Yes.
broken pieces
Very
everywhere.
old.
So they made a great deal of change, a great
Now it is
work of beautiful.
it is ready to receive visitors.
Since 2016.
It is ready.
Same happened of the church in Samanoud. They did it. In 2017, a lot of renovation was done in Wadi Natrun monasteries.
Yes.
Saint Bishoy, the Syrian, and the Baramos. I have personally seen those works, and I have seen the workers doing the work on the walls with all the paintings, and they were taking care of a lot of masterpieces, icons, very old icons. I have personally seen those works done.
Other facilities that can help in making it easier for tourists to come in these places.
For sure.
Yes.
This concerns the renovation.
Yeah.
On the other hand, the country is doing a great work in many other aspects. They are taking care of the main roads, the streets where
Infrastructure.
those stops are. They are building new hotels, new motels for quick travelers, especially that those are small cities in
This is
small
already
areas.
taking place now?
They are working on them
Making
already.
motels and hotels close to these historical areas.
They won't be closed, but to
Around.
be honest,
Around.
the leisure trips will not use those motels. It
Yeah.
will be basically for those pilgrimage trips. They have in their plan building up new shops, bazaars, restaurants, cafeterias, to be like stops on the road, so the people can stop to get some rest and have a
Yes.
drink. So it is a big project. It's not just that they are restoring the buildings. No, they have a complete vision of what to be done, and they are already doing it.
And what are the places that are now renovated? You said in Wadi Natrun area?
2016,
And the
Abu Sirga,
Sergio Church.
and the church in Samanud.
So now
The Church of Saint Mary in Samanud. Those done.
Sergio
2000
and
exactly,
Samanud.
in Samanud, in Saint Mary Church in Samanud. 2017, the three monasteries in Wadi Natrun.
Okay.
For the time being, they are working now on the Church of Saint Mary as well in Jabal al-Tir. This is in Armenia.
Okay.
They are renovating parts in there. What is to be done, or
Yes.
the plan to be done, the rest of the stops in Cairo, Bahira, Governorate, Kafr al-Sheikh, Sharqiyya, Gharbiyya, Minya, and Asyut. So they are taking care of the stops in all over Egypt. All the stops in all the governorates. That's why I'm telling you, it's a big project. And it's not just, again, it's not just renovating old buildings. It's more than this.
Yes, building infrastructure for...
Exactly.
Yes, it's not easy.
Exactly.
Also, Minister of Antiquities was visiting the past few days the tree, Virgin Mary tree in Al-Matariyah.
Yes.
Will it be included in the pack?
It's one of the main and most important spots.
Yes.
Because under this tree in Matariyah, Saint Mary and Jesus, they shaded under the tree.
So the tree itself,
the tree itself, and it's still there.
The tree is still there.
It's there. It's called Shagarat Maryam, the tree of Mary, and it's
Okay.
there. You can go there and you can visit.
Yes.
It's like it's open for public, and from there, a spring of water burst from the land for them to drink, because the Holy Family, they always had a problem to find clean water.
Yes.
Because they were on the go. They were homeless, they were poor, they had no home to rest, so they were always after water. So the spring burst.
Until now we have this spring?
I think yes. Maybe it's dry, but it's there.
Yes, next to the tree.
Yes, and the Saint Mary, she washed the clothes of Jesus, and she poured the water on the land, so a plant sprouted, and it's called Blossom, which is... Till now, they are using it in aromatic uses, some manufacturing uses, because it's aromatic and it smells so nice. It was not before in Egypt. So that was one of the miracles that happened. The same happened in Tal Basta, the same happened in Sakha, because they were always after clean water to drink.
Do we have a church next to this tree, or it is only the tree that's going to be visited?
The tree, just the tree. There is church in the area, but it's not related to this event. It was built maybe a couple of decades ago. So
okay, if we also talk about religious tourism in Egypt, and how can we promote for it? Now we have social media, we have channels, initiatives by the Ministry of Tourism. How can we promote for this kind of tourism? And do we really have tourists who come for this aim?
For the time being?
Not now,
no.
Maybe before,
but
not in these circumstances.
Before, to be honest, the main religious trips we used to receive were mainly dedicated to St. Catherine Church. To St. Catherine Village.
In Sinai.
Yes, exactly. To visit the monastery of St. Catherine, which is a beautiful spot in Sinai, and to climb Mount Muz. They witness the sunrise on top of the mountain, and then they visit the monastery. It's a beautiful piece of art. And that's it.
Yes.
That's why the country was concerned and took many serious steps to work on the Holy Family, because they know that this is a big thing. It's not like you go and visit a church, not like you go and visit a monastery. This is a
4 years or 3 years. It's long
big.
period.
It's big. That's why
it shouldn't be ignored.
The file was presented since years to the Vatican, asking for the permission of the Pope of the Vatican to include this trip in the pilgrimage list of the Catholic Church. And after many trials, and after presenting many documents and proofs and things, it was finally approved in 2017. So this is a great step ahead. That's one part. The other part is the work they are doing on the restoration. The third part is what they are doing with the infrastructure. Then we come to the marketing, which is, as you said, very important.
Yes.
It's all about social media, for sure. This is one thing.
Promotional campaigns.
This is one thing. Campaigns, as you say, they used to promote it in all the travel trades abroad, which are held.
Actually, when I visited the Vatican maybe 4 years ago, there were plenty of people coming to visit the Vatican and the churches around it. So I hope that someday Egypt will be a destination like these places. We have school trips from around the world going to visit the churches and Michelangelo's museum. So Egypt can someday, maybe someday, we can attract these kinds of tourists.
For sure. And that's what they are trying to do now. With the efforts exerted by His Excellency, the Minister of Tourism and Antiquities, they are doing their best to promote this, because this will be like a new lung to the body of tourism in Egypt.
Yes.
Because we have the leisure trips, we have the
culture,
culture tourism,
yes.
we have the seashore tourism, we even have the conference and the inventions tourism. But to add the religious tourism is a good thing. Other things, I think they should be considered, like the medical tourism, like the culinary tourism. I mean, we need new blood to be pushed in the body of tourism in Egypt, because millions and millions of people have been to Luxor and Aswan.
Yes.
Millions and millions have been to Hurghada and Sharm.
True.
We need to do
and still,
new
as I told you,
things.
there are many people around the world who are interested in this kind of tourism.
Exactly.
Yeah, those who visit the Vatican can also maybe be interested to come and visit Egypt and see these precious places.
For sure. This
So,
is the treasure we have,
yes.
a religious treasure.
So also one of the activities or attempts by the Ministry of Tourism to promote is the publishing of a book called Stops from the Flight of the Holy Family in English, and it was published maybe recently. It was published in Arabic and English languages.
Exactly.
So do you think that this is a good start to promote
This is one of the efforts that I was just telling you about that the Ministry of Tourism is doing. The booklet was released, I believe, last December 2020.
Yes, recently, yeah.
7 specialists worked on it. They gathered all the information, they collected all the data, and they are all professional people from the field of antiquities and from the field of the Islamic culture and the Christian culture, and I mean, it was a mix of 7 specialists who gathered all the data, and they had it printed out in a prestigious booklet, and they released the booklet, and it was later translated to many languages, and all this is a push to the same idea of promoting the Holy Family trip to Egypt. This is one of the sources you mentioned regarding the marketing of the subject. Yes, the social media, it's important for sure. The travel trades abroad, yes, this is important. The booklet as well, yes, this is one of the things that we are doing to push it forward. So yeah, it was a good thing to be done for sure.
Finally, I'd like to thank you, Mr. Bassem, Zaki, tourism expert. Thank you, sir, for being with us today. And by that, dear viewers, we come to the end of today's edition of Cairo Local Time. Thank you for watching.